Have you heard of Beijing's disappeared Route 375 last bus? This is a paranormal case that shocked the entire country. It is still frequently talked about today. On that freezing night, decades ago, an ordinary bus became the stage for an unbelievable and terrifying incident. The story took place on the night of November 14, 1995. Biting cold winds were blowing. Beijing's Route 375 bus departed from its starting station. It was beginning its final run of the night. By the time it reached Nanmen Station, there were already 4 passengers on board. They were a young man, an elderly woman, and a young couple. After the bus passed Pingguoyuan Station, the driver suddenly hit the brakes. 3 figures by the roadside were waving for the bus to stop. At that point, the bus had already passed the designated stop. According to regulations, it did not have to pick them up, but the kind-hearted female ticket attendant couldn't bear to leave them behind. She persuaded the driver to stop. After all, it was late at night and freezing cold. This was the last bus of the day. If they missed it, they would have no choice but to walk. When the doors opened, the 3 boarded through the front entrance. They were behaving very strangely. All of them were dressed in Qing Dynasty clothing. The person in the middle appeared drunk. He was being supported on both sides by the other 2. They slowly made their way to the last row of seats. In the middle of the night, 3 bizarrely dressed people suddenly boarding the bus immediately unsettled the other passengers. Seeing the tension, the driver quickly tried to lighten the mood. He said they were probably actors who had just finished filming a King Palace drama. They hadn't had time to change out of their costumes. The passengers gradually relaxed after hearing this, except for the elderly woman. Her expression remained grave. Her brows were tightly furrowed. After several more stops, the young couple got off the bus. Not long after they left, the elderly woman suddenly grabbed the young man beside her. She loudly accused him of stealing her wallet. The young man repeatedly denied it. He insisted he had done nothing wrong, but the woman refused to let the matter go. She insisted on dragging him to the police station to settle it with the police. Since he had nothing to hide, the young man agreed immediately. The driver had no choice but to stop the bus. He let the 2 of them get off to deal with the dispute himself. After getting off, the young man complained bitterly. He tried to explain himself to the elderly woman, but what she said next instantly sent chills down his spine. She said, "I know you didn't steal my wallet. I was trying to save your life. Do you remember those 3 people who got on later? When they boarded, a gust of wind lifted their clothes. I clearly saw that none of them had feet." The young man immediately understood. The 2 hurried to a nearby police station to report the incident. But naturally, the police found it hard to believe such paranormal claims. That very night, the Route 375 bus mysteriously vanished. 3 days later, police found the vehicle more than 100 kilometers away the Mian Reservoir. The driver and ticket attendant were already dead. Even more baffling was that, despite Beijing's freezing November temperatures, the 2 bodies had already undergone severe decomposition in just 3 days. This was completely inconsistent with normal circumstances. As for the 3 strange figures in Qing Dynasty clothing, they disappeared without a trace.